For more Magic the Gathering resources, check out my friends at paperchampion.net and Kitchen Table MTG.
Hey everybody, we are playing Fraying Sanity Mill in Modern League. Well, this isn't ideal, but it's 2 lands and some visions, so I can play it. So let's keep. Alright, so... Okay, I'm also on the draw, so we'll see what happens. Alright, opponent, Scalding Tarn. Oof. Okay. Do they pay for it? Yep. Probably Serum Visions or something like that. Thoughtseize right off. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. That sucks. Okay, I would take probably Fraying Sanity if I were my opponent. Although Jace's Phantasm might present a bigger threat. Visions of Beyond is not really worth taking since I've got 2 more of them no matter what they do. So it's a good guess to know whether they're going to know what I'm playing here. Okay, opponent. So Jace's Phantasm as predicted. Okay. Alright. Glimpse is not bad. So let's go Watery Grave. Yes, we'll pay for it. And then we'll just cast Visions of Beyond later. Next turn we'll go Glimpse The Unthinkable. Okay, so we will go for Visions of Beyond. Polluted Delta. Alright, well, not going to complain about that. Okay, so tap for Glimpse the Unthinkable against our opponent. Do they have a counter? Nope. What are they playing? Oh no. Oh no. Is this Death Shadow aggro? I think it is. Okay, opponent. Yep. They're going to pay for it. And then, yeah, Bloodstained Mire, they're going to pay for that too. Alright. Yeah, pay for that. Here comes Death Shadow. Nope, they're looking for it. The only problem is I'm coming in super slow here. With 1 Fraying Sanity this turn, that's not going to do very much against me here. Or not do very much for me. It might be too slow with Fraying Sanity. Okay, opponent. Opponent's thinking. They put a card on top. They're thinking about the second card, I guess. Alrighty then. A Thought Scour. Okay, that doesn't really matter much to me. Oh, I guess they're just trying to draw it. Oh, that could be it. Alright, so Polluted Delta. Let's pay 1 life. We'll just grab a basic island. Tap, and tap for Fraying Sanity against our opponent. Alright, opponent. I don't think any cards went to the graveyard that turn, so they're okay. But that makes everything a little bit better for me. Although the Visions of Beyond don't really help me that much right now. Because I don't want to draw 3 cards. So, but if they drop a... Oh, they're having problems finding their... If they are actually playing this Death Shadow aggro, then it looks like they're having problems finding it. So they bottomed 1, played a Scalding Tarn. Alright. Not sure if they're going to crack it. Okay, opponent. So they got a mill. Yeah, there's an angler. Looks like it. A Watery Grave. Okay, let's go Watery Grave. Yes. And we'll play another Fraying Sanity on our opponent. Okay, now I gotta remember, don't play Visions of Beyond. Now, things get really bad for our opponent. If I can even cast any mill on them, it's gonna be really tough. But it could also be really bad for me, too. Okay, so that's gonna be 3 more cards in their graveyard. Okay, wait. Okay, now do I want to go... Oh, now there's 20. Great. And... Go opponent. Alright, so opponent, what do they have here? Colligan's Command. Sure, I'll discard a Visions of Beyond. Okay, they can get back probably an Angler. Okay, it doesn't have Flash, so I'm okay with that. Okay, so they're going to play their Gurmag Angler here. I'll respond with an Ensnaring Bridge. Alright, opponent. Gurmag Angler coming down. Opponent's taking a long time to make some play decisions. I guess they're deciding which cards to exile. They're probably delving for to play their Gurmag Angler. Okay, yep. Alright then. So it's a 5/5, a Death Shadow aggro, a Death Shadow, alright. That's alright. So nothing. I'll go Visions of Beyond. And go Mind Funeral, sure. Watery Grave is just alright. Sure, yes. Well, if this doesn't work, then I'm pretty much dead anyway. So, Ensnaring Bridge. Did my opponent have a counter? Do I have a negate? Stubborn Denial. Oh. Well, I guess that's it. Concede the game. Oh, no, cancel. Alright. Opponent still can only do 12 to me. So, I might be able to survive. If I get lucky with Mind Funeral, I only need like 8 cards or something with Mind Funeral to win. Unless my opponent has another counter. Alright. So. Ooh. Well, I've got 2 tries at this. So let's go... Let's see, this would be 8, 8, 16. So that'd be 32 cards. So this would actually be enough. Does our opponent have a counter? Nope. And let's actually not get cocky and just pass the turn. We'll just try and mill them out completely. Wow. Alright. Sweet. Okay, so going out to end turn. Opponent mills the rest of their cards away, and oh my goodness. Oh man, I beat Death Shadow aggro. Alright, that's actually pretty good. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to go Ravenous Traps, extra Ensnaring Bridges for sure. Archive Trap would actually be good. Fraying Sanity worked out well. I think Phantasms are out. Surgical Extractions are in. Maybe Mesmeric Orb out. Maybe even Echoing Truth in. Just to put it back in their hand. I don't know about that. Maybe... Yeah, Echoing Truth. I think I'd rather have Echoing Truth than Mesmeric Orb. Just to maybe save me a turn. Alright. Whew. That's a tough battle. Death Shadow aggro is so hard to beat. I kind of just got lucky. I think they were just too slow. But now they know what they're playing against. It's going to be tough. Okay, so I've got Shelldock Isle, Visions of Beyond. Oh, I can't keep this. It's way too slow. This is okay. We'll keep this. Sure, put on top. Yeah. Alright, opponent. Street Wraith, cycling. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna crack their Bloodstained Mire. Okay. Gonna pay for their Watery Grave, gonna get down an Inquisition. We will archive trap them right away, so they can't take that. Alright. Oof. Okay, I think that I would take Visions. Oh, really? Interesting. Because Visions of Beyond will help me to find my help me to find the cards I really need. Okay, so we will go well, I haven't even played yet, so let's go Shelldock Isle, turn 1. Okay, so Hideaway. We will hide a Hedron Crab, I suppose. Any order. Okay. At least I got to put a bunch of lands, those crap lands, onto the bottom of my library. Well, not crap, but I'm not going to need like 3 more lands on my next 3 draws, so... Alright. They're going to get shuffled back in when I play Polluted Delta anyways. Alright, so I can go Polluted Delta next turn, playing Breaking. And then Breaking, after that I can draw Visions of Beyond. Alright, I really need to find a Crypt Incursion, or else even a Surgical Extraction would really help. Okay, so opponent's definitely going to pay. They want to lose their life, even if they're not casting anything. Alright, do I have something? An Ensnaring Bridge, that's good. Alright, Polluted Delta. We will just pay it. And we'll grab a Watery Grave, I guess. Yeah, we'll pay that. So black, blue. Cast Breaking on our opponent. Alright. So more stuff into their graveyard is good. Next turn I can get down an Ensnaring Bridge, which they might have a difficult time getting around. And then I can start go Visions of Beyond turn after that, and then just start taking their hand apart. Hopefully they have no... Well, red and blue have ways of stopping me, but hopefully they'll tap out here. Okay, if they don't... Okay, so they're cracking it. If they don't, then I could go just Visions of Beyond and see what I can get. Alright, because I can take apart their graveyard pretty good depending on what I get. Alright, so a Crypt Incursion could do that. A Surgical Extraction could do that. Ravenous Trap could be really bad for them. So there's lots that I could do that would be tough for my opponent to deal with. Alright, please tap out. Tap out. So they got a 1 angler. Okay. They got, there's another angler. Okay. Alright, opponent. So 26 cards to go. Alright, opponent. What do you have? Okay, so scry 1. That's good. Tapping out is good. Okay, so no more negate for them. Oh, that could actually work out well. Put a card on top of their library, sure. You're paying for something else? No. Okay. Alright, oh, double bridge. Okay, well. Let's try bridge number 1. Sweet! Alright, that's nice. And then we can go Visions of Beyond, and from Visions of Beyond we can go and probably refill our hand with some stuff. I'm not too afraid because all of his stuff's going to be bigger than 5. So, okay, opponent, do they have something and get rid of that bridge? Right now that's the only thing keeping me alive. Okay, so does my opponent have something to destroy the bridge? Only really, out of these 3 colors, only red really has something that can do that. Okay. Yeah, they left a few creatures in there. So hopefully with Visions of Beyond... Oh, Visions of Beyond is not gonna... There's not 20 cards in their library anymore. Alright. Okay, opponent. Ooh, it's nerve-wracking. Okay, so they can't attack. Alright. A Crypt Incursion. Crypt Incursion is actually pretty good. Let's go... Do I do it now, though? Well, let's actually cast a Visions of Beyond to start. See what we get. So I want to keep a low card count. Sure, yes. And let's go Crypt Incursion against our opponent. Okay, just gain us back some life. It's going to give us, what, like a few. Maybe 12? No, Stubborn Denial? Sure. Still gets the card out of my hand. And one out of our opponent's hand, too. Okay, so our opponent still can't attack, which is nice. Alright, opponent. Oh, man. Okay, so once they get down to 20 cards in their library, I can start actually bouncing Oboro back to my hand, and then playing it out again and triggering Hedron Crab. But, man, that's a slow way to win. Okay, so the only thing I think would really wreck me is something that says, like, destroy all artifacts, or an Echoing Truth to bounce all the Ensnaring Bridges back to hand. It'd be really rough. Okay, opponent. Oof. Okay, opponent, Collective Brutality, discard a card. Sure. You cannot discard my Ensnaring Bridge, so there's a wasted Collective Brutality. Alright. Swamp. Okay, so we'll just go Swamp. They're going to try and get that out of my hand anyways. So let's just play that Ensnaring Bridge. So if they destroy one, then they'll have to get rid of the other one. Stubborn Denial. Oh, man. That's so irritating. Alright. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. Okay, tapping. Death Shadow. Okay, don't care about Death Shadow. That doesn't do anything. Man, Ensnaring Bridge is so good, keeping me alive. A Polluted Delta. Okay, Polluted Delta doesn't do anything. Alright, opponent. So once you get down to 20, I can mill 6 right away by bouncing Oboro and then cracking Polluted Delta. Okay, so opponent's got nothing. I've got a Sunken Hollow. That doesn't do anything. Alright. Opponent's down to 20. Yep. So on their end step, I'll put down my Hedron Crab. So we will just pay Oboro's cost. Okay, so we'll just play the Hedron Crab. Okay, on my opponent's end step. Okay. Opponent. I don't think they can stop this. Well, they can actually counter the Hedron Crab, but they can't stop the triggered ability. Like, there's very few cards that will stop a triggered ability. A Thought Scour. Okay, sure. Mill 2. Alright, that's fine. Sure. Cast Hedron Crab. Yes, cast. That's all it is. Just a little crab. He's harmless. Okay, and then we'll go Polluted Delta, pay 1 life. A Fatal Push. Oh, of course. Alright, well, still, I guess I'll thin out my library a bit. A Watery Grave. Nope. Alright. Opponent's gonna run out of stuff soon. At some point they have to. Hedron Crab. Okay. Another crab. Pay 1. Return Oboro to my hand. Okay, are you gonna kill it again? Okay, play it out. Mill 3. Alright, looking good so far. So every turn I can guarantee to mill 3 as long as that Hedron Crab doesn't die. So I can keep bouncing Oboro. Okay, so cycling their Street Wraith. Looking for something. Man, this could go really bad for me. My opponent can do 16 damage, and even if I block the Death Shadow, they're still doing 9. I really, really, really need to grab some mill, and not just some land cards. Snapcaster Mage, sure. What are they going to flashback? Surgical Extraction, probably? That's what I would do. Trying to thin my mill out. Okay, so targeting Fatal Push. Okay. Alright, so they're going to Fatal Push the Hedron Crab. Alright, that sucks. Okay, opponent. Oh, man, they're going to be so salty about this. Alright, so we will just pay 1. Return Oboro to my hand. Play that again. Mill our opponent. Man, if this is how I win, it's going to be so awful for them. Alright. Opponent. I got 8 cards. Can't attack. I don't think they have any artifact destruction. Do they have like a Culligan's Command or something like that? Draw a card. No. Well, they might have something. They only got 2 cards in hand. Okay. Okay, opponent. Man, am I going to beat Death Shadow aggro? It's going to be so bad. For Death Shadow aggro, it's like the number one deck in the meta is going to lose to Mill. It's going to be so bad for them. Okay, do they have a way? Oh, another Death Shadow. Okay. Oh, I thought they were trying to cast another, like an artifact destruction to destroy my bridge. Okay, Mill. Oh, another crab. Okay, so let's go. We'll just pretend that it's a nothing. Return Oboro to my hand. Play a Hedron Crab. Man, these crabs. You got crabs! Oh, opponent's gonna be so angry. Okay, so mill 6, they got only 1 card left. So they're just drawing the bottom card of their library right now. So can they even kill me? So even if they get rid of the bridge now, I can double block their Death Shadows. They can only get in for 11. They can't kill me. Alright, their library's empty. What do they have? Opponents... Oh yes, opponent conceded. Sweet! Fraying Sanity Mill meets Death Shadow aggro. Awesome. Alright, well if you do like the match, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.